The cash prize, Chancellor High Impact Journal, Covenant University in 2012. The most innovative electronic engineer of the year in 2004. Electrical and Information Engineering Department Best Lecturer Award, College of Engineering Award of Excellency in Teaching Prowess 2018. Exemplary Leadership Award as HOD, Electrical and Information Engineering 2018. Meritorious Service Award as Chairman, Nigerian Society of Engineers, Omu-Aran branch. He is on the Council for the Regulation of Engineering Practices in Nigeria and Nigerian NUC Commission, Nigerian University Commission team for accreditation and verification visits to various engineering programs in Nigeria University. He is a privileged pastor with the Living Faith Church, aka Winners Chapel, and a pastoral member of the Landmark University Chaplaincy. Professor Francis Ayoleke Ibikunle is happily married with children. Join me with a standing ovation and round of applause as I welcome to the podium our own Professor Engineer Francis Ayoleke Ibikunle, FNSC, FNIP, MIEEE, NIEEE.
I want to thank the Lord Almighty for preserving our soul today to see today hale and healthy. Man proposes, God disposes. For him to let us see this program. I also want to thank the Chancellor of this university, Dr. David Oyedepo, who have made it possible for me to be standing here to talk to you. It is by his obedience and love for God that made this university to be here today for me to be standing in front of you. And because of his obedience and love for God, the two universities he founded, I happen to have been in the two universities. And what a great privilege for me. Please kindly clap for my father in the Lord. I want to also thank all Board of Regent members. Particularly, I want to thank my mother in the Lord, Pastor Faith Oyedepo, also, who have been a very, very good example to many queens in the house. I also want to thank the University Secretary, Pastor Agawa in absentia. I also want to thank my elegant, I used to call her my elegant and corporate Vice Chancellor, Professor Engineer Charity Aremu. Engineer in the sense that she has been supporting engineering and the family of Nigerian Society of Engineers in Omu-Aran in general. I also want to thank my registrar, our registrar. I also used to call her Black and Shine. If you want to really see an African woman, come and see my registrar. Thank you, ma, for giving me also this opportunity. Jam your hand for Jesus. I also want to thank my deans seated there this afternoon, the directors. I want to also thank members of the University Senate, the professors. I also want to thank somebody in our midst, Dr. Adewumi, the Chancellor of Thomas Adewumi University. He's also the Chancellor of Kwara State University. And also want to thank the kings and queens in the house for coming to this 5th public lecture series. Also, I want to thank Landmark University secondary school students who have made it possible or who are here also to share me up. God bless you all. My topic today, as I've been mentioned, is the echoes of fifth generation Internet of Things in advancing smart agriculture for economic growth. But before I start the lecture, I want to start by referencing God, the emeritus engineer. That is my God, your God, our God. You'll be wondering, why will I reference God? Yes, I have to give reference to him. One, because Internet of Things have started a long time ago, right from the beginning. In the beginning. The same thing, communication, that is telecommunication, started with God. The first telecommunication engineer, the first one, all others are coming behind him. God. Because in the Garden of Eden, he said, Adam, where are you? That one can be found in Genesis 3:9. And the Lord called unto Adam, saying, Adam, where art thou? No cable, no nothing was around then. God must have been using 1000G. We are still in 5G. God was talking to Adam there wirelessly. Not only that, if you look at Hebrew chapter 1 verse 3, upholding all things by the word of his power, upholding all things. Remember that things, Internet of Things. But this time around, God was not using internet then. He was using his word as, upholding all things. So Internet of Things have started with God right from the beginning. Upholding all things, whatever the things, God has been upholding them by his word. We are using internet now to do it. So if you put the two together, you can see the similarity. That is to say, Internet of Things is very, very important. I'm now standing here to now begin with 5G, 5 generational network. Yes, next. Sorry, I forgot I have it here. These are the content. 3 sections. I'll be talking about the 5G, that is next generation communication system, evolution of the wireless communication network, in particular the 5th generation, how it works, the 5G capabilities and the use scenarios, impact of 5G to industries and its use case. Then the economic aspect of 5G, that is the GDP. Then the second section, which is the Internet of Things itself, I will be talking about Internet of Things, how it works, the valuable technologies that enable Internet of Things solutions, the ultimate goal of Internet of Things, and the economic aspect of also Internet of Things, the GDP. Now, I will now go into the main domain. This particular section, I always remember Professor Alabi. Anytime you talk to her, she will say she has been the one taking care of everybody in the world. Agriculture connection to many of the 17 SDG. I told you my Vice Chancellor, she has been or will soon award her engineering certificate. She mentioned some areas whereby the 17 development goals, how they related to what we're doing today. We're going to talk about agricultural risk and risk mitigation, smart agriculture, and areas that IoT revolutionize agriculture. We're going to talk about precision agriculture, the key technologies in smart agriculture, why 5G IoT is implemented, then some areas of application of IoT in agriculture. Wireless technology evolution, that is from 0G, 1G, 2G, 3G to 5G. I'll be very fast. The book is with us, or whoever needs more clarification, please see me. Always very free. Even if I'm sleeping, call me. I will definitely answer you. 1G, we were using analog system, amps, tags. And then it was voice, analog traffic, digital, no digital, little digital. It was just analog. That is to say, only voice, no data. The second G, which is GPRS, GSM, and Edge system, we're also using voice, SMS, and a little bit of data transfer, not at very high speed, but at just little speed then. And it was using circuit switch. Then I want you to see the lines, those 4 lines. I will come to them. Then 3G, the UMTS, Universal Mobile Telecommunication System, CDMA, Code Divisional Multiple Access, and also Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, you can have Wi-Fi in that 3G. You have it as voice. It has voice. You can do your voice. You can transfer data at a very high speed. And it was a combination of packet switch and circuit switch combined together. 4G, you have the standard of LTE, long-time evolution. You also have long-time evolution in advance. Advanced, that is better than the first LTE. And also we have what we call WiMAX in that place. There are 3 there. Then look, that particular 4G, it was packet switch data transfer. Packet switch data transfer. No more circuit switch, but packet switch was overlaid on circuit switch then. And you can see so many technologies that enable that 4G. Then 5G, which we are now. In fact, I must tell you that we have started 6G, 7G already on. But don't let me mention my country. We have 6G, 7G in trial now. Then 5G that we are now. It is to do with what we call IP. Everything will be on IP. No more circuit switch, no more packet switch. Everything IP network. So, and there you'll be having Internet of Things and connecting the society. Whatever you can see in the society, you will see 5G there. Then what are the technologies? You have the massive MIMO, millimeter waves, and you have the CDA, circuit data switching, and then you have the ultra-dense network. These are the evolution of wireless communication from 1G to 5G. This is more elaborate, which it's there, you can look at it, but whatever you need clarification, please, you can see me. I talked about 1G, 2G, 3G. The important is the enabling technologies, the technologies that made them possible. You can see them. Then the data rate, which is very, very important. Why moving from 1G to 5G to 6G to 7G, 8G? Just because of the data rate. Then the volume, the capacity. Those are the reasons we are moving from 1G to the another G. Then we're improving on the technologies, the reason for the movement or evolution. This taxonomy of 5G is to really give you a wide perspective and understanding of 5G. In terms of communication technologies, 5G will be using short range and long range frequency. Short range frequency and long range, they have what you call advantages. Also, in terms of requirement, what are we looking for in 5G? We're looking for ultra low latency, where you transmit and immediately you receive. There's no delay. There's no echo. You don't wait. There's high bandwidth. That is volume of data, voice, or video can move in. That is high bandwidth. Ultra high reliability. It will be very, very reliable. When you say something is reliable. And high battery lifetime. You will be holding the IoT devices and it can last you for weeks, 2 weeks. Unlike your phone that you are holding now, within 6 hours, 1 day, the battery will be down. But in IoT and 5G, provided us the opportunity to have high battery lifetime. The next one is the objectives. What are the objectives of 5G? 1, resource optimization. There are a lot of resources on 5G in telecommunication engineering or in IoT. So how do we optimize these resources? 5G helps in doing that. Enhancing quality of service. Quality of service is you using a device or whatever you have in your hand and you are enjoying it, no complaint. If I thought there'll be complaint, nothing is perfect, but if I thought you have complaint, the complaint will be minimal. Then we have enhancing energy efficiency, like I told you, high battery lifetime, and then reducing interference. In 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, we still have interferences. I have a doctorate degree student now working on different types of impairments in wireless communication. If you see the work that postgraduate student doing, oh, you will love it. We have interferences, and he was also looking for a way of managing those interferences. Performance measure, what are we looking at performance? We're looking for data rate, throughput, high throughput, packet loss. We don't want any packet loss. We don't want any losses. We want everything to be maybe 99% end-to-end delay. From when you are sending and to where we are receiving, there will be no delay or minimal delay. And then energy efficiency. And the last but not least is the approaches. What are the approaches we are going to use to obtain all this? We are going to approach it by congestion control. You know, when you are in a stadium, you can imagine 50,000, or just like the stadium we are building now in Landmark University, Covenant University. You can imagine it's for 1,000 or more than 1,000 sitters. How will 1,000 people be sitting and at the same time making calls that there will be no congestion? 5G will solve that problem. Then scheduling. We schedule because not everything can be sent at the same time. There's a way we schedule each and every information, signals moving on 5G. And last but not the routing. How do we route or route? You know, routing in networking is very, very important. You must know when to send and when not to send. There are protocols, there are, things you must observe. These are what we expect in 5G. Wow. These are the 3 use cases, scenarios in 5G. These 3 use cases, very, very important. One is the enhanced mobile broadband. Enhanced mobile broadband that will provide us with streaming of 4K, 8K videos. A video will come out today and you will watch it successfully in Nigeria without any delays, crashing, interference. This 5G will enhance what we call 360 video streaming. It will enhance what we call low latency interactive online gaming for students playing games and instant cloud. That is the side of enhanced mobile broadband. That is capacity enhancement. Then the other one, which is the third one, is massive Internet of Things. Massive Internet of Things. When I say massive, billions of devices, physical things on the internet. 5G will be handling it. Then low latency, ultra high reliable and low latency, whereby you'll be having mission critical services, remote surgery. We have started that. There was a paper I published on health and using healthcare, using what we call 5G, remote surgery. Doctor attending to you, in your village without him coming over there. Then there's what we call health monitoring, public safety. There's what we call drones, flying drones. All those drones you see flying, they were, connected to the internet, and you can be at anywhere, controlling them. This is the key capabilities of the 3 usage scenarios in 5G. This circle is not complicated. Just because of time, I will not be able to really, There's what we call the ultra reliable, the one I mentioned. There's what we call enhanced mobile and the massive type communication. What they are telling us is that these are the capabilities and the things that the 5G use scenarios can give to us. We can have peak data rate. We can have what we call spectrum efficiency. Spectrum efficiency in the sense that there are many network providers and we have bandwidth to be shared to each and every one of them. If you are giving a bandwidth, I'm giving a bandwidth, you are giving a bandwidth, 20 of us were giving a bandwidth. How do we bring about this spectral efficiency? How do we coordinate and make sure that everybody will be working in his own bandwidth without any jamming? There is also 5 additional key capabilities to the 8 I mentioned the other time. You have what we call the reliability, which I mentioned, the resilience, the ability of the network to continue operating correctly during and after a natural or man-made disturbance. Operation lifetime, you have the Internet of Things, as the capabilities. You have the mission critical services, which I told you there are some mission critical services 5G will take care. Then we have the virtual and augmented realities used for various purposes, including education, all those trainings, designs, marketing, engineering, troubleshooting, maintenance, simulations, healthcare things you are doing. They are done by what we call virtual and augmented reality. If you want to know more about that, it's another area of its own. Very, very interesting. For any of you who would like to go into that area. Virtual and augmented. So 5G is expected to fulfill the following KPIs. That is, what is 5G? 5G is expected to fulfill. To provide 1,000 times higher wireless area capacity. You can imagine the capacity that 5G will be handling. In the whole world, we are more than 7 billion now. And now we have about 4 billion people using, mobile devices. 5G will enable even more than that. Enhance service capability, save up to 90% of energy per service provider. Like I told, energy efficiency, low battery. Reduce the average service creation time cycle. Create a secure, a reliable, and dependable internet with a zero passive downtime. It will facilitate highly dense deployment of wireless communication links to connect over 7 trillion wireless devices. I told you God started Internet of Things. You can imagine how many things God connected to himself. Nothing on this earth. Nothing. Just mention it. Even inside the sea, in the deep, in the air, they are all connected to God. The reason why, wherever you may be, God will say you are connected to him. Jam your hand for my God. Jam your hand for my God. Enabling advanced user control privacy. User control privacy. There will be privacy. All these things I mentioned, they are enabled by some technologies. They are not just, by magic. This is a 5G architecture, which, if I should dwell on it, it will take our time. Like I told you, if you need more explanation, I will be there to answer. Then, this is what we call 50 million connected devices. It is not no more a vision, it's existing now. You have online homes, everything in your house can be connected. Everything, whatever you have in your home, in your house, smart, we call it smart house, smart city. Industry, anything inside this industry, you have the robots, the machines, whatever computers, whatever engine, we call it machine to machine, equipment to equipment. Whatever you have, device to device, they will be connected to the internet. You have the smart utilities, all the utilities, NEPA, permit you to use NEPA, ECN or whatever. All other utilities you can see or find in the world. Then, intelligent transport. Wow, intelligent transport. There are so many transportation media now, or medium, that they are connected to IoT. Also, personal network. Whatever that is personal to you, call it iPad, whatever thing that is personal to you. IoT, 5G will give you this. The connected community, IoT, have given us the opportunity to be connected. Wherever you may be, let your community be on the water. Let your community be under the water. IoT, so far there is internet, we will connect you. You can see smart home, businesses, small businesses, multi-hub, stadium, smart building, safe vehicles, smart farms. See animals there. Animals even are connected. Anything livestock, your chicken, your rat, your rabbit, name it, anything you want, your crab, your lobster, whatever you have. So far you have IoT. They'll be connected. You don't need to be worrying again. Nobody will steal your money again. Connected world, apart from connecting the community to community, IoT or GSM, you can imagine 70% mobile, the world. GSM have connected 70% of the world together. Desktop nodes, games, media players, connected TVs, phones, smartphones, tablets, e-readers, other things in the world connected. He has connected the whole world. And the mobile subscription, we are told, is in billions now. 5G subscription, you can see it up to almost 8.9 billion people have been connected by 5G. LTE, which is 4G, you can imagine almost 8 billion have been connected by LTE, which is the 4G. 3G also 5 billion. These are the mobile subscription by technology. Wow, this is very, very important. I will only briefly say number one, which is very important to me, the agriculture, forestry, and fishing. If you go down, you see low and high. Low and high. So if you have blue, blue will be thick, becoming thick and fat. So you can see that from low to high. Look at agriculture, forestry, and fishing, which I will only take. It's having blue there, which is very high. The impact is very high. Then massive Internet of Things. You can see that blue is also very high. That is to tell you that the industry and use cases category is very high for 5G. Mission critical services, which I told you, I will only use the agriculture, forestry, and fishing for that. And you can see the money accrue, 5G enabled sales, almost 389 billion accrue from agriculture, forestry, and fishing using 5G. 5G economy, you can see 13.2 trillion. That is enabling broad set of industries. In 2035, we are looking at it could produce up to 13.2 trillion worth of goods and services enabled by 5G. 22.3 million jobs, wow, supporting a thriving value chain. The 5G mobile value chain alone could generate up to $3.6 trillion in revenue in 2035 and support up to 23.3 jobs. Then the last but not least, $2.1 trillion, driving global GDP growth. These are the countries, operators to be investigated in 5G. That is those people, countries operating GSM. Nigeria is one of them. You will see it properly now. That is to do with 5G. Now, Internet of Things. Internet of Things is a network of devices equipped with sensors, actuators, processors, communicating with each other in real time to serve a meaningful purpose. It is a network of physical objects or things embedded with electronics. You must be, even people. Yes, IoT will also connect you. We will embed certain things, microprocessor into your body. Anywhere you are going, you are sleeping, whatever you lock yourself inside, we will know everything you are doing and we can locate you. The time is coming. It has started, but not in Nigeria yet. 5G makes this feasible due to its low latency, that is faster responsiveness and high capacity. What are things? Things are not a computer. Things are phones, watches, thermostats, cars, electric meters, sensors, clothing, band-aids, TVs, mention anything, things. Anything, anywhere, anytime, anyway, anyhow, we call it 5 A's. Jam your heart for Jesus. I thought you people are listening to me. And what is smart? We are talking of smart city, smart agri, smart buildings, smart health, smart everything. Smart, instrument, interconnect, intelligent process. The old one, smart, can think, can compute. But now, we have smart that can find quickly, can delegate, can communicate, and networking. Then smart grid, smart meter, smart cars, smart homes, smart city, smart factories, smart smoke detector, smart fire detector, smart water detector. All are possible via IoT. Why internet now? Why? But before I go to this, let me continue. We'll see the look at Internet of Things. Look at the circle. Internet of Things. Everything, everywhere, with big data cloud. The cloud will be playing a very, very important technology here. We call it cloud computing. Look at everything. Internet of Things will connect to itself. Factory, office, mail, shop, store, wearables. Wearables mean things you are wearing. Mobile, geographical survey, vehicles, hospital, surgery, clinic, CCTV, kiosks, name it. And then, after connecting all those things, there are many things that IoT will be carrying out. There will be geospatial gazettor, geospatial analysis, geospatial data for insight, for report, for many people, places, and things to gazette on. And IoT will be a gateway to the future. Gateway to the future because by the cloud and services platform, you don't need to rent a shop again. There will be a time all these malls, all these shops, you are renting shops, 10,000, 4,000, shopping mall. there will be no more shopping mall again. Everything will be from the cloud. I will tell you what is cloud computing is all about. Everything will be dumped into the cloud. What you need is you use IoT. Better be ready now to know how to use IoT. Be ready, because without knowing how to be linked to the cloud, you may not get anything. Please. The applications, they are so numerous. But my own case, I'm using it for what you call agriculture. That is home automation, cities, environment, energy. I'll be going to agriculture. You can see there, smart irrigation, greenhouse, other agriculture, factory agriculture, precision agriculture. Mine is that. But others, later, maybe by the time I have the opportunity to also come up here to do that. One quick fact about Internet of Things, very quick one. Let me start. It will connect devices. I'm taking the green. It will connect devices. Connect devices will flood every company across industry. $7.1 trillion projected market revenue for 2020. Now, you can imagine. Then, I'm taking the blue now. Capacity management and security will be a primary challenge for all organizations. Red, projected traffic. Traffic now. Look, you don't just drive now without us knowing where you are going, because your car will be connected. Any accident, we will know. If you steal a car, we will know where you are going. It has started already. You know, we have cars, monitoring device. Yellow, innovate with Internet of Things to gain new revenue stream and gain cost saving. And last but not least, greater than 25 trillion devices will be connected by 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, what are the factors driving adoption within this IoT? Data rate, I told you. Without data, we cannot do IoT. The reason why we were talking about 5G. Internet transit price. Internet transit price must be low. In fact, in the United States, there was a graph, only because of slides. A graph now is coming from up, down now, that internet service is very, very cheap now, because everybody must be connected. If internet service is so high, how will you be connected? How will you be able to connect all of them? Power efficiency. IPv6 adoption. IP4 has gone. It's old school now. We are using IPv6. With time, if I have time, I will explain all those. Availability of big data, growth in crowdsourcing and open source analytics software. In the cloud, you have all these, crowdsourcing and open source. You can go in there, pick them. Then real-time data processing analysis will be possible. Wow. Valuables of technologies that enable IT. There are so many technologies. Not only one technology. We have barcodes. One, green means very important technology. 4 is also important. 3 is also important. But 2 and 1, they are not so important. Not that they are not important, but they are very low. Barcodes, that is connecting machines. Real-time location tracking is very, very important. Wi-Fi is very important for IT. Mobile computing, very, very important. GPS tracking, very, very. Security sensors, very important. Passive RFD, condition sensors. Network communication, CDMA, GPRS, 4G, they are very important. You can see them in green. And the second green is 4, 5, 4. All those greens are 5, 4. The yellows are also important, but not as important as the green. Grid sensors, mesh network, telematics, they are all very important to, enabling IoT to be given to us. These are just the technologies. I try to explain them. The reason I put it there, so that when you are reading, you can get to know. Then, IoT functional view. I want to tell you that this is 10 minutes. Yes, I can see. This is the IoT functional view. One thing about it is that when you create means you are going to use sensor. That is physical devices. That is when you create IoT functional view. You communicate now via the network. Your connectivity, you process the elements, connectivity frameworks. You aggregate all those things you communicated with, you integrate them, and then you analyze all those data, all what you have integrated together. We call it augmented intelligence. You process them, you analyze them, then you now act on them. When you act on those things you have analyzed, it is then you have what you call augmented behavior. That is what you want to use it for applications, and then for your edge computing. That is intelligent gateway, fog computing platform. The same thing, I explained it here. The purpose is for you to really understand when you have the book. Because I know if I just put the graphs, some of you may not. So the same thing I mentioned now, these are the sensors. What make Internet of Things are due to these sensors and actuators. Without them, we cannot do any Internet of Things. So we have different types of sensors and actuators. I put them there so that you will know that there's nothing on this earth that cannot be connected on the internet. Even your tap, if you want to know the flow of water, you can be at the office and you can control the flow of your water using a particular sensor there. Yes, I've mentioned this. Let me go further. Yes, global IoT market forecast. You know, they are saying Internet of Things, global forecast, 32%. People are now using Internet of Things, 32%. Then the one that follows is high performance computing, 22%. You can imagine IoT is higher than the other energy saving and carbon reducing technologies. That's to tell you that IoT is given a very, very priority. Current status, that is world population. You can see world population 7.6 billion. Connected devices now, almost 50 billion. And then connected devices per person now, because I as a person, at least I have up to 100 things I can connect. So you can imagine by 2020, per person will be connecting 6.58 devices. Then the segment of IoT. I'm going to number 6. All others you can see. Connected industry serving higher global share. Number 6, smart agriculture. Let me tell you one thing. Red is for America, South America, North America. Black is for Asia and Pacific Asia. The brown one is for Europe. Nothing for what you call, not that there's nothing. We have very low global share of IoT project. Why? For what reason or the other, which I have not mentioned here. If you want to know the reason, I will tell you. But see the global share. And even in agriculture, that is number 6. Africa, we are having only 6%. Americans, they are having 48% of IoT. 31% by Europe. 17% by Asia, Pacific Asia. So Africa, in smart agriculture, only 6% project. Very, 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 very good. But we are starting from now. And these are the investments in IoT solutions by the world economy. Number 6, forestry, fishing, and agricultural services. See the investment there. It's almost $30 billion. Not as high as in manufacturing, transportation. Number 6 from down, you can see where forestry, fishing, and agricultural services. See how low investment in IoT solutions by industry is. We need to gel up so that the investment in IoT will be high, particularly in Africa, where agriculture is very, very important. Now, we can all see why Internet of Things is very, very important. I now go into the main domain where agriculture will be, internet will be used here. In the 17 SDG, IoT, the circles one, they are meant for agriculture. 1, 2, 4, 5, 8, 7, 9, 13, and 15. That is to say, in the 17 SDG, 9 of them, they are meant for agriculture. And I mentioned them, I explained each and every area there, that the SDG. Then, stages of agricultural development. What would you bring about this 5G IoT powered smart agriculture? The reason is this. Agriculture, the first century, the traditional agriculture era, dominated by human and animal resources. The main issue of agriculture was the low efficiency of operation then. That is 1784. Agriculture 2, the era of mechanized agriculture in the 20th century, issue was the inefficient use of resources. The era, the third one, era of high-speed development of automatic agriculture within 1992 and 2017, just not too far. The main issue was the low-level intelligence. Now, the era, number 4, the era of smart agriculture, which I'm dealing with today, which is characterized by unmanned operation. Unmanned. It began in 2017. It's mainly marked by the use of modern information and communication technologies to both serve agriculture and develop its intelligence. This is what I've explained. You can see agriculture in the 1, from nothing to few. 2, from few to many. 3, from many to good, from good to powerful. You can see what development in agriculture was given to us. Agriculture is a very high risk business. See all the agricultural risk. That's to tell you why it's important to use 5G, Internet of Things in particular. See all the risk in agriculture: production risk, post-harvest risk, market risk, ecological risk. You can see the reason for the risk: weather, labor, knowledge, limited water, limited land. Then the risk investigations, mitigations, by using remote sensing. That is how to limit the risk we mentioned so far. Drones, unmanned area vehicles, big data, mobile, soil health cards, digital soil, mobile money, national identity database, mobile phones, e-commerce, plant sensors, plants, animals, poultry, they will all be censored. These are the risk mitigations. Then if we have all these risk mitigation, how do we put them together? This is just to show you steps involving in farming so that you understand this particular lecture very well. You start from crop selection, land preparation, and all those stuff, for those of you who are there. Then smart agriculture is an emerging paradigm that extends modern information and communication technologies to traditional agriculture and has the potential as a development trend of agriculture due to the limited productivity of traditional agriculture. And the last but not least here, smart agriculture provides solution for all the agricultural intelligence and automation. I showed the architecture of a smart farming system. For you to go into smart farming, this is how the architecture will be. You must have a solar panel to power all the things that will be there, the IoT devices. It must power the IoT devices, the microcontrollers. You can see how solar, even the energy, that's renewable energy. What renewable energy will be playing in this architecture of smart system. Why apply 5G IoT now in agriculture sector? The reason, I have 12 here. Let me just mention those ones that are very important. The reason is this: 20 to 30% loss of agricultural products, 5 to 10% loss in rice crops due to rodent. This 1 and 2 happened in my presence with our Vice Chancellor. Our farm beside or behind our house, most of the time. In fact, she was crying that she called me and said, Prof, all my maize has been eaten. I was even telling her, I said, go and buy poisonous this into you. She said, not, she started complaining. That's to tell you what rodents and, different kinds of things can happen to your crops in the farm. IoT will help farmers to monitor their crops this time around. State and location of farm animals. State and location of farm animals. Whatever animal you have on your field, in your farm, we will monitor it. None will be lost this time around. Boosting soil fertility due to smart correction. Controlling crop state and preventing its loss when stored. Increasing machinery efficiency. There are some machines, equipment, we monitor it. That is, they are remotely controlled. And they will be proper. The one that we irrigate, will spread water and do other things. What are the modes and area of smart agriculture? We have 3. We have the precision. I'm talking of smart agriculture. Smart agriculture now is divided into 3. You have the precision agriculture, you have the facility agriculture, and you have the other agriculture. Because of time, I will only be talking to precision agriculture, which is of the large scale and climate affected, and it is an outdoor environment. Other 2, I will leave them for the future. You can see the diagram there. Precision agriculture is the one on the left, while the facility agriculture is the one on the right, and then the other agriculture, the one that is dealing with food supply chain, is up there. We know what happened in traditional farming. What is precision agriculture going to do? What are the objectives of precision agriculture? It will increase crop yield, cost-effective use of all our fertilizers, and it will reduce environmental damages to our crops. The main challenges are there. These are the solutions we are going to provide with precision agriculture, and the result will be an optimized usage of agricultural consumables, increase in crop yields, improvement in quality of agricultural products, reduce environmental effects, and additional data for our use. will happen when we do what we call precision agriculture. I also define precision agriculture here, and I told you that precision agriculture is a 5G IoT-based approaches that make farming more controlled and accurate. More controlled and accurate. Plant and cattle get precisely the treatment they need, determined by machine with superhuman accuracy. Wow. I mentioned there the functions of precision agriculture, reducing environmental pollution, reducing the waste, enhancing the land utilization. This is the reason why we use precision agriculture. You can all see it. It will increase land degradation, depletion of water resources. You won't just be spreading water anyhow. Reduce availability of labor, no more thousands of people in your farm. Better management of large-scale crop, socio-economic needs, minimum use of land to reduce environmental pollution, alleviate poverty by enhancing quality of life, and then need for technology-enabled revolution. Ladies and gentlemen, for you to go into precision agriculture, these are the things you must do. You need all these components that you need in precision agriculture. Thank you very much, sir. 5 more minutes. Components that you need in precision agriculture. I told you this popular lecture is a very thick lecture. Anything you feel you need to know, please do not hesitate to contact. Components that you need before you start precision agriculture. You need your crop characteristics. You need your soil layers, climate data, irrigation facility. All those things are the components you will need in precision agriculture. And the need for the precision agriculture, you must definitely know that precision agriculture aims to improve crop performance and environmental quality. And the concept to go in doing precision agriculture is given to you. And the basic steps, assessing variation, these are basic steps you must go into. Not that you hear precision agriculture, you jump into it. No, you follow certain steps. And these are some critical issues before adopting precision agriculture. And I mentioned there the appropriate step, one by one. Step 1, review this, obtain that, gather that, examine that, data interpretation and management strategy. Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you that precision agriculture models ensure 40 to 60% higher yield, 90% plus first-grade marketable produce. Weight by volume is 25%, 30% premium price in the price, and 5 to 6 days more shelf time. There's no more crops being spoiled for one reason or the other. Less labor dependency, 30 to 40% water economy, extended crop harvest, and empowerment of farmers. The benefit of precision agriculture, they are all mentioned here. And these are the key technologies we use. Before I stop, we have solid, thick 7 technologies used in smart agriculture. That is precision farming, facility agriculture, and other agriculture. Agriculture, we have your data analysis, how you acquire data, how you transmit, how you store, sensors and actuators. We have satellite remote sensing, wireless communication technologies, agricultural blockchain, where you know how to store all those crops. Then we have the artificial intelligence to do the data analysis, and agricultural edge computing. Edge computing, fog computing, cloud computing, they play a very big role in smart technology. And these are the key agricultural IoT application areas. You can see in the field of agriculture, poultry, greenhouse, plant factory, which I've explained. Just sit down with that note, you will enjoy it very, very well. Because of my time, these are examples. I put some examples. This is massive data fusion among satellite, aircraft, unmanned area vehicles, and surface stations. See how they are communicating with each other. Satellite communicating to the satellite downstairs, down on the ground, and then being used in our farm. See how fixed wing, unmanned area vehicle, single rotor, hydraulic UAV, and multi-rotor electric UAV. See how they are used in the farm. Some will be wetting, some will be monitoring the environment. This is another application of your UAV and other machines in the field. Ladies and gentlemen, I have so many things to show you, but because of time, when you go through the notes, but I want to quickly show where the GDP that is accruing from using 5G IoT. You can see the black, the blue, and the thick blue. See how much they are giving to potential industry, and see how much they are also giving to industries below there in terms of dollars. I have also examples, some for what we call pest management and control, how it will be done. In fact, there's a professor in-house here, Professor Adishegiri. They have also done for livestock. And also, I also as a professor, we are also doing one. So the reason I gave you some of the examples of what we are doing. But there are some barriers and obstacles in smart agriculture. These are the barriers. Look at it. We have solved some of them. These barriers, they came up. Some of them have been solved. Ladies and gentlemen, before ending my public lecture this morning, and which I know you have enjoyed, and which I know I've been able to convince you that 5G IoT powered by Internet of Things will bring a lot. From productive to profitable agriculture, IoT. From sustainable to competitive agriculture. From production-driven to market-driven. And from localized to globalized agriculture. Men, all these are done through precision agriculture. The reason why this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I wish and I please, we admonish each and every one of you to start thinking of going the way of digital transformation in agriculture. Without much ado, I thank you all for listening. Thank the proprietor of Brace. Thank the management. Thank the Senate members, the directors, every one of you for listening to me. God bless you all.
Wow. A round of applause again for that insightful and educative lecture by our guest speaker for today. You may please all be seated. How nice it will be through internet of agriculture to monitor the rodents who have come to sow, to reap where they never sow on your farm. Quite amazing. Thank you very much again, sir. At this juncture, I'd like to crave the indulgence of the following persons to bring us goodwill messages. I would like to recognize and also invite later on Dr. Adekia, HOD, Agricultural Science, Landmark University, Dr. Olawale, Associate Professor, Chemical Engineering, Landmark University, who is also the Chairperson, Ceremonies Committee of Landmark University, and Dr. JBO Adewumi, the proprietor of Thomas Adewumi University, and also a member of the NSC Omu-Aran branch. So I'd like to first welcome Dr. Adekia for his goodwill message. Thank you, sir.
The VCMA, the registrar, I want to sincerely congratulate the public lecturer of today for doing justice to smart agriculture, opening our eye in the development of Agric to some of those things that we have never known about precision agriculture. Even though he have said in his speech that is there anything that we need clarification that will come to him, we always come to you if there is need for us or any area that we feel like coming to clarify from you. I will say congratulations, sir, for a job well done for today. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Olawale, please. A round of applause as she comes forward. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, allow me to stand on a already existed protocol. I appreciate the privilege given to me to give a goodwill message on behalf of the college and also behalf of NSU Mano. Engineer Professor Ibikunle gave a wonderful lecture on the echoes of the 5th generation Internet of Things in advancing smart agricultural economic growth. He was able to tell us the history of internet from 1G to 5G. Maybe peradventure 6G and 7G will come up later. Then was able to tell us the effectiveness of Internet of Things in relation to Agrarian Revolution, which is the vision of the university. And then you also dwelt on the significance of sensor to Internet of a Thing. Engineer Professor Ibukunle, I wish you all the best in life and congratulations once again. And to Landmark University, congratulations and all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma. Please, I'd like to make a correction that there has been a change. Please, it is Dr. Oyewole, not Dr. Olawale. Pardon me, please. Next, I would like to gladly welcome Dr. JBO Adewumi for his goodwill message. Please, a round of applause as he comes forward. Dr. Adewumi is the proprietor of Thomas Adewumi University here at Kwara State, Oko. You're most welcome, sir.
The chief host of this institution, our referred Bishop Oyedepo, the Vice Chancellor, all protocols observed. Two things first. I am honored to be here to celebrate a friend and a professional colleague. She called me Dr. Adewumi. I think I would like to be called Engineer Adewumi. Yes, my doctorate is not honorary. I got PhD from Imperial College of Science and Technology after 4 years of full-time study. And actually started my mission was to be a university lecturer because I was the best graduating student of the University of Lagos in 1976. And I went back to be a lecturer, but as I was doing that, I wanted to make money because I came from a very humble background. Therefore, I was combining both. So I'm very glad to be in an academic environment where I find myself today. I'm delighted to hear the lecture of my good friend. You didn't disappoint me. I'm very delighted. Well, I will be very careful in quoting the Bible because there are too many pastors here. But in 1 Peter 2:3, the Bible says, His divine nature has given us all that we need for life and godliness. You know, if you are very current, the population of Nigeria is growing at an alarming rate of almost 3% per year. The present world population by 2035 will be about 8 billion people. How do we feed them? That is the issue. Farmers in my community in Oko and Omu-Aran here, they're still using hoes and cutlasses. Can we feed 80 billion? In Europe and America, the population is on the decline. And that is why they cunningly created free visa for our smart boys to go to America and Canada. It is free slavery they have created. And I'm hoping that, half of these young ladies are men here. All they want to do is to go to America and you are going to slavery. There's no place, Nigeria is a place you can pick gold on the streets. It depends on how you can do it. We thank God for Bishop Oyedepo and his family and for showing foresight and for what they have done. And if Oyedepo can come from Omu-Aran and do what he has done, the sky is not even your limit. It depends on, if you can think of it, God can do it for you. That is my faith. You know, when I was building a secondary school in Oko in 1996, people said, oh, nobody will come there. But by the special grace of God, Thomas Edison University, we have students all the way from Port Harcourt, from almost 18 states of the Federation. in the middle of nowhere. That is what can do. All you need to do is that be excellent in whatever you are doing. Whatever you are doing, do it well. And when you do it well, and you do it with all hard work, and I'm going to quote the Bible again, it says, whatever your hand finds to do it with all your heart. That's in the book of Colossians. My brother, and my engineering colleague, well, I've sold my life into education. I make money from engineering, and you did not disappoint me. I'm the president of Nigeria Committee on Large Dams, and I'm into renewable energy, and I've seen what you have done. Why am I doing that? Because the future belongs to technology. Technology is what we are going to use to feed the world. And I'm happy for the topic you have chosen for your inaugural lecture, for this public lecture today. And I hope that all these wonderful, brilliant young ladies and gentlemen will buy into what you are saying. The employment is unlimited. When I graduated at the University of Lagos in 1976, we were doing Fortran 4 calculation. We were still having slide rules and those things. Those are gone. In my hand here now, what I have here is more powerful than any computer that you can imagine we have used in the 80s. So, but each of you have got this Android phone in your hand, most of you. Smart ones will be making money from it. But Nigerians are very brilliant people, are young people. It's not a dunce that can do 419. Those boys that are into 419, all we need to do is to put them into one room and let them start cracking their brains. But we need visionary leaders, people like Bishop Oyedepo, to go into those kind of things. I hope that some of you are going to be bigger than Oyedepo, but it depends on your vision. This Vice Chancellor, if I have my way in Nigeria, I will retire all men, and I'm going to make all the leadership positions to be taken by women. Honestly, I'm sorry for the men that are here. I can now see why Lamarck is making so much progress with the ladies in this place. With all due respect, I'm a man myself too. So I thank God for you and for what you are doing. But please, Bishop Oyedepo has created a platform. It is unto us to ensure it does not fail. What you have done today has added value to Nigeria. If we are to feed Nigeria is going to be probably the second or the third most populous nation in the world in the next 2 decades. How do we feed them? We need Internet of Things. So what we are doing now, I hope some of our smart boys will go into research in these areas and be able to buy into it. You'll become the next Bill Gates of the world. Those are areas. But it is a world of technology. You need to buy into it. I think even the Department of Computer Science and Software Engineering should be the most populous in this place if they know what is going to be there for the future. So I want to congratulate all of you that are here. You have been given a hint to the future. Are you going to buy into it? Distinguished lecturer, congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Would you please put your hands together again for those goodwill messages? The Chancellor, sir, please, at this point, permit me to welcome the Head of Department, Electrical and Information Engineering, Landmark University, Dr. Olulope, for the vote of thanks. Dr. Olulope, please.
The Chancellor, sir, or permit me to stand on the already royal protocol. Let me first and foremost appreciate God, the author of life and knowledge, for bringing today into reality and for the successful delivery of the lecture on the echoes of 5th generation Internet of Things, IoT, in advancing smart agricultural economic growth. I want to deeply and sincerely appreciate the proprietor base, ably led by the chancellors and the pro-chancellor of Landmark University, for the approval of today's lectures and for providing enabling and conducive environment for research towards enhancing our abilities and migrating towards our better dream society. I want to also thank the university management, ably led by the university secretary, for the morals and spiritual support, the entire university community who has come to be part of this public lecture. I say big thanks to you. The ceremony committee, your effort is well appreciated. Our own Professor Francis Ibukule in AIE department, it is a great day and a welcome presentation today as the 5th public lecturer in Landmark University. The time and effort you put together to deliver these well-articulated lectures is noticed and appreciated. Thank you for making IE proud and for the professional way of delivering the lectures. Our prayer is that you will continue to be useful to yourself, the universities, and the world at large. Today we are charged already to begin to think agriculture, art agriculture, and drive agriculture through IoT towards economic development in Nigeria and the world at large. May I say that the depth of the knowledge of God cannot be fully exploited per time. But I'm delighted to tell you that man is an intelligent being in discovery. Once again, thank you all, and God bless you all.
Thank you very much, sir. The Chancellor, sir. Please permit me to make these few announcements before inviting the chaplain to say the closing prayer. Immediately after the closing prayer, we are all requested to proceed to the frontage of this hall, the University Chapel, for a photograph session. And immediately after that session, all members of NSC and members of Senate are requested to proceed to the cafeteria hall 3 for the cocktail which has been put together, and guests from secondary schools, our secondary school students seated here, particularly from GSS Omu-Aran and Omu-Aran Commercial College, you are requested to wait and be entertained right here. The Chancellor, sir, please permit me to welcome the chaplain, Landmark University, Pastor Timeleyin Omotombi, to say the closing prayers. The chaplain, sir.
Praise the Lord. Please, let's rise as we pray. Father, in the name of Jesus, I want to say thank you for being with us from the beginning of this public lecture to this very moment. We want to say thank you. The glory has been returned back to you. Take it to yourself and do greater things through this meeting in the name of Jesus Christ. We commit other programs into your hands right now, that you take charge in the name of Jesus Christ. And for us men that will be traveling far and near, Father, be with them in the name of Jesus. There shall be no evil report in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you, Heavenly Father. In Jesus' mighty name we have prayed. Amen.
May we remain standing as we take the national anthem and the university anthem. The band, please. Thank you very much. May you please remain standing as we have the recession. Okay, in reverse order, please. Yes. We'll have the recession in reverse order, please. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, that has been the 5th public lecture here at Landmark University. The echoes of the 5th generation Internet of Things in advancing smart agricultural economic growth. A very big thank you to our guests and to every king and queen that is present in this hall today. Thank you very much for coming, faculty and staff. We appreciate you. Thank you.